Good evening, and tonight we are going to make a side dish, a pastina side dish that my grandmother used to make for us. And I'm going to use actually gluten-free pastina. We used to use the regular pastina when we were kids. Of course, there was nothing gluten-free about it. But we're going to use the gluten-free pastina. And we're going to start with a nice knob of butter in the pan. Put the flame on medium and add a little tiny bit of olive oil to it so that it does not burn. All right, so to our pot, we're going to add some freshly ground pepper. And we're going to add, these are scallions, finely chopped green onions or scallions, if you want to call them that. Put them in and get them nice and translucent. And seeds are cleaned tomatoes. I skinned them and seeded them. I skinned them and seeded them and chopped them up very finely with the scissors. And we're just going to add those. Stir that around. And to that, I'm going to add a little bit of cayenne pepper. Just a little bit of garlic powder. And I'm going to stir that up and let that cook for a second or two. This is some chicken broth and a little bit of white wine. How much, I don't know, because I don't measure. But I would say maybe you want to add half a cup of white wine and half a cup of chicken broth, and that should do it. Just let that cook down for a minute, and then we will add some water. All right, so our wine cooked down a little bit, and what we're going to do is we're going to add some water to this. Probably about, turn your flame off first, don't be foolish like me. We're probably going to add, I'd say about 3 cups, because you don't want it too watery when you add your pastina. And to that, we're going to add some salt. Let that come to a boil, and then we add our pastina. All right, so now we're going to add our pastina, or as they are called, stellini. And I'm going to do a box and a half because I take leftovers to work for lunch. So I'm going to do a box and a half. And this stuff, you have to be really cautious, and you have to constantly stir it in the beginning, or else it'll stick to the bottom of the pan and you'll end up with glop. So I will continually stir it. All right, so our pastina is cooked, and I'm just going to add a little knob of butter to that. Let that melt in there. And I'm going to add a tiny bit of extra virgin olive oil. Stir that up, and we're going to plate it. Have to get all the goodness out. I tilt the pot the other way, but my arm doesn't go that way. That's the arm that I broke. All right, so there it is. Tiny bit more of extra virgin olive oil. And freshly grated Parmesan cheese. Mix that up. And to that, I'm going to chop some parsley. There we go. And that's it. It's ready for dinner. Oh, let's taste it. You always got to taste it. Buonissimo. Thank you. And I want to give credit to my lovely neighbor, my beautiful neighbor, Suzette, who helped film this. So I'm going to turn the camera on her now, and you can see my beautiful neighbor.
Hi everyone. Ciao.
I hope you enjoyed it.